CBN chief political analyst David Brody is joining with us. And David, politically, this is a huge win for the president. What do you think it's going to mean for 2020?
Oh, there's so much to unpack here, Pat. First of all, I think it's pretty clear the media has taken a huge hit here. As a matter of fact, if journalism had flags in their newsroom, they'd be flying at half staff today. A lot of mourning around the country within mainstream media circles, for sure. Look, as for 2020, Democrats have a choice. When do they want to stop digging the grave? I mean, it really is that simple. Do they want to spend their time, their platform, their energy, their focus, their power in the House on the 2020 agenda and try to beat Donald Trump at the ballot box, or do they want to go down the investigative road? Look, this is a special counsel that has done its work. Robert Mueller is now done. But there's a new special counsel in town, Pat. It's Adam Schiff, the House Intelligence Committee chairman, Elijah Cummings as well, another chairman in the House, and Gerald Nadler, the House Judiciary Committee chairman. That's the new special counsel in Washington now. They're informal, if you will. I'll put them in air quotes. But they have to decide, and I think it's pretty clear that they've already decided, we're going to go down this road and try and get Donald Trump any way, any form, any fashion. And if they do that, they suck the oxygen from the 2020 race, and it becomes all sorts of problems down the road for Democrats.
Don't they see that the American people are sick of this, that the American people want the president to do his job and they want America to go forward? This is not in support of the United States. It's in support of their political agenda, don't you think?
For sure, Pat, that's a really great point. Look, the American people are not stupid. They may not be as informed as they need to be as a voting electorate, but they're not stupid when it comes to being street smart. They understand the deal here. Look, the no collusion, no collusion, no collusion. It's what Trump had been saying for all of this time. That was the big enchilada. And the big enchilada became nada, nothing. It's over. And folks realize that. So all of this other stuff, all of these extra investigations, look, if Robert Mueller, the nonpartisan guy, supposedly, some people would argue with that, obviously, but look, if he's the nonpartisan guy and 500 witnesses, 2,800 subpoenas, he couldn't find anything. Do the American people really think that the Democrats are going to be fair in this process? Well, of course not. Look, I think the Democrats have a major credibility problem here. You had, for 2 years, they were talking about that this is going to be collusion, and it wasn't. And let's go back to Brett Kavanaugh. They were playing political games there as well, and they took a major black eye on that. You put those two things together, and you have a credibility narrative with the Democrats that could really, really hurt them in 2020.
Lindsey Graham was saying, I think there should be a special counsel to investigate the Justice Department and those who were engaging in all this spy stuff against the president. What do you think?
Well, I think they're going to go down that road. I mean, Donald Trump wants to go down that road. Lindsey Graham, who's the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, seems to want to do that as well. As a matter of fact, James Comey tweeted yesterday, the former FBI director, he tweeted, "So many questions," is what he put. And Lindsey Graham tweeted back, "Jim, you're absolutely right. I'll see you here in front of my committee." They're going to go down this road for sure. I think there is a potential problem, though, for this president and for the Republican Party. Look, they've won. Do your 24-hour victory lap. But if you're going to continue down this road, and I understand they want to have investigations, and that makes sense, but at the same time, maybe it might be a good idea. They have to think about this. It's something they'll have to contemplate if they just want to kind of move on, take the victory, take the W, if you will, and then play for 2020 rather than continuing to relitigate some of this and keep it in the news.
I noticed Marco Rubio was saying that the Green New Deal won't really help the rising waters. He's got a proposal, for a government study that'll really do some good, helping the coastal areas. And the Green New Deal can sink the ship, don't you think? I mean, it looks like that the young woman is taking all the old men onto the boat with her. It may be a cruise to nowhere.
Yeah, well, the young woman, AOC, is now she's being called because no one wants to say Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So we just call her AOC. It saves breath and it saves syllables. But yes, for sure, she has this Green New Deal, as you know, Pat, and it's radical. And look, that's not just conservatives saying that. That's even some moderates in the party, the Democrat Party. They're very concerned about where this is going. Donald Trump made fun of it the other day in his 2-hour CPAC speech, talking about that the only way we're going to be able to watch television in the future, according to the Green New Deal, is if the wind blows the right way. I mean, who in the world knows what's going to happen? Of course, the pie in the sky scenario, and I'm not making this up, this is their document, they'd love to see, the progressives, AOC, the Green Deal, they would love to see a nation, an America, without airplanes. Of course, the Democrat senator from Hawaii said, well, how am I going to get home? So, look, I mean, it's a whole big kit and caboodle of socialism that the Democrats are going to have to really come to reckon with here. So you've got no collusion. You've got that problem for the Democrats. You've got the socialism problem, and we haven't even gotten to late-term abortion. That's the trifecta, Pat.
Would you like to predict the outcome of the 2020 election against some nameless Democrat with the president?
Well, Pat, thank you so much for giving me that opportunity. But no, I'd rather not. What we've learned in Washington and in politics and in this town specifically, it can change from day to day. I will say this, though. It is going to all matter about who that candidate is on the Democrat side. Look, if it's a Joe Biden, you got the blue-collar Democrats in play. If it's someone on a very progressive scale, then they're going to have to do their job, the Democrats, to get out minorities and suburban women. But look, I think this Mueller report and no collusion is going to hurt Democrats at the ballot box, because moderates and independents in the middle will see this and say, you know what? Trump was right all along. The media has done Donald Trump a huge, wonderful service. They have given his fake news mantra credibility, and no collusion. This report is the cherry on top of the fake news sundae.
David, thank you. We look forward to having you on. Thank you again, brother.